Obviously extremely disappointed that we didn't, we didn't win the game. We expect to win all the games that we play. I'll say this: I'm really proud of this group. I think this is an extremely tough, mentally tough team. I think they fight. I think they'll play. I think they'll go out and compete, and I'm proud of them for that. But we're obviously disappointed we didn't win the game. I think there's a lot of plays out there that we all wish we could have back. I know I got to coach better. I got to get the team ready to go. I got to get some of the details cleaned up, and we'll do that here as we push towards the bye week. But I thought those guys just, they hung in there regardless of what the circumstance was, what the situation of the game was. The team doesn't blink; they just keep going forward. So we got to build on that. Hopefully, we can continue that, and then clean up some of the execution, and then go from there. We obviously got the bye week here, so we can go back and take a look at some of the things that we got to improve on. But we got a long stretch in front of us. It's a long season, and we just got to continually try to get better. But give that team, give those players, a lot of credit for going out and fighting extremely hard. And we got to coach it better so we can give ourselves a chance to win. So, what do you got?
Plays you wish you could have back. 3 trips inside the 10, 3 points. How much will that, I guess, end up being? The difference in your head of what cost you moving the game?
There's a lot of plays in there that obviously that we wish we could have back. That any one of those are critical that we think maybe could have turned it the other way. I think the biggest thing for us in those particular situations we know that, when you're playing great teams, we need to capitalize on the points opportunity. We have to do that. We have to make sure that we get something when we're down in there. And again, we're all disappointed in that. We got to coach it up better and make sure that we're good to go on those situations. But again, I thought the positive out of that was, nobody blinked and everyone just kept back and fighting and trying to do everything they could to get the game back under control. But, we certainly got to do better in those situations.
I'm sure you get back is that 4th down scramble there and that final drive. What happened on that?
Yeah. He's a great player, saw it, and he just took it right away. We had a particular call, and, they came in with a bigger personnel group, and they did a good job with the protection on it and really kind of doubled down on some of our guys and chipped them out of there and opened up a big hole. And I think it was probably a quick read for him, whether or not it was there, take off, if not, throw it. And, it was there for him. He took advantage of it. So that's on me. I got to coach that better.
There was a lot of confusion on the Kerryon fumble at the goal line. What were you told? What was your perspective on what happened?
Yeah, the biggest thing with that was, number one, they were trying to see if he was down, and obviously the shots and the angles that they had. And then number two, once they determined that it was a fumble, was their down by contact, and what they had saw was that the ball was never really cleanly recovered until it kind of skated through everybody and then picked up and then ran. Biggest thing for us there is we got to finish every play. It doesn't matter when the ball's out. We got to finish and we got to stay focused. And we also got to take care of the ball. That's a big part of it. So I got to coach that better, and I got to make sure that everybody understands in those situations what we got to do.
On that play, Matt, on that play with that series of actual mistakes, as crazy as it was, Kerryon himself said I shouldn't try to do that. I was already down. Golladay had a crack at the tackle, which I just basically touched him and then he ran away. Aren't the guys coached to tackle if a guy picks up the ball, tackle him if you don't give a whistle?
Yeah, there was a couple plays out there I thought actually with the whistle situation that was a little bit difficult. It was really loud, which was great in there, but we had another play we got a penalty on that was we were on defense in our low red area. Didn't hear the whistle. They said the whistle was blown, and then obviously we finished the tackle in a way that caused the penalty. So we got to play within those, within those rules. We got to do a better job. But at the very least, in those situations, the other one with the carry one, then we just got to at least wrap them up and make them blow the whistle and make it dead at that point without doing anything egregious, and just finish, and not assume.
Did you think Kerryon's momentum was stopped there? Or should have whistled have blown when he was scrunched up on the goal line?
No, we can't lose the ball.
Determination of some guys. What about Matthew?
Yeah.
Obviously dealt with that hip injury, had a couple big runs, and just his play today.
Yeah, one of the toughest guys we got. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He's competing extremely hard. We got a lot of guys out there that are banged up or got banged up during the game that went out and finished and played hard, and he was leading the charge. So tell you all the time, I'm just appreciative so much that he's our quarterback and that he goes out and he fights and he works and he grinds and tries to get better. And they keep fighting and they follow him, and we just keep going forward. So we all know we got to eliminate the mistakes, and like I said, we got to coach it up better. But always proud of him and what he does every single week to try to lead this team. Yeah.
Did he go to the hospital after
He did not. No. That was not a good situation to walk out into, and you know, we'll just go through everything as far as that's concerned. But you know, I did get him to smile when he finally sat up, so that was good. That made me feel a little better. But you know, just you know, those you don't like to see those at all.
Do you generally discourage that type of league kind of thing? I mean, is that something that NFL teams maybe need to be talking to the guys about a little bit more?
I would say that would be a very fair assessment here, that we got to be real careful when you do leap and you do go up in the air. There is an added risk that's involved in the play, and a lot of time I think those guys, you know, sometimes they take real calculated risks on those situations. Sometimes it's something that we've seen on tape and maybe previously, or an opportunity that we think maybe a guy goes low. But in that particular situation, we're just trying to keep the players as safe as possible. We want to keep them safe.
Have you talked to TJ? And if so,
Yeah.
what kind of
Yeah.
spirits was he in?
He was in great spirits. You know, his mom and dad are here, so it was good. We'll see how it goes.
And then with Quandre, he went out pretty early as well. Any update there?
No update right now. We'll see what it looks like tomorrow.
How about just the effort of your secondary, because no Slay, not having Quandre,
Yeah.
two really key players back
Yeah.
there, and to hold them home to another touchdown pass, and to do the job you did.
Yeah.
I don't know what you guys did specifically, maybe, but how proud of you?
Yeah. I think just, you know, go back to the statement I said before. I'm proud of the way these guys fight, you know, and especially those guys in the back end. And, you know, no one blinks, no one misses a beat. Everyone goes in, next man up. And that's really critically important for us as we push forward through the season. There's always going to be situations where guys can't play, or they're injured, or they're out, or something happens, equipment issue or whatever it is, and whoever's next has to go in. They have to prepare, they have to be ready to go, and they have to step in and perform at a high level. Certainly we'd all like to perform a little bit better than what we did tonight, and coach and play better, and come out with the win. You know, that'll be the biggest part of it. But again, as far as the preparation and the guys stepping in those situations, you know, I was pleased with that as far as that's concerned.
Is the arrow pointing in the direction you want it to, despite the loss?
You know, we'll find out here as we go through the season. You know, it's a long season for us. Just finished 4 games. There's certainly some things in here to be really proud of. And as we take a look at it, as we get into the bye week, we'll find out the things that we need to fix. And, you know, that'll be a key part of it. We got to fix those things as we go forward. Appreciate those guys. And, look, that's a great team over there. And Andy does an unbelievable job of coaching them and getting them ready to go. And, you know, we're going to go compete with anybody that is put in front of us. But we expect to win no matter who we play. You know, we're going out to play and compete and win. So, you know, as far as we're concerned, that's what we're trying to do.
Do you feel like you learned anything about your team that you didn't already know?
I think you learn something about your team every week. You know, I really do. I think that there's something different that happens in every single game that you can learn from, good or bad. I think this is a really mentally tough team. I think we've proven that through the first 4 games. I think we've proven that we'll go out and fight, but we need to continue that. You know, whatever we've done in the past doesn't matter. It's only what we do going forward, and certainly for us, there's a lot of improvement that we need to do going forward.
I know you guys have a lot of confidence in the running game would eventually get on track based on what you'd seen. And so we saw some of that, you know, the performance notwithstanding. What was the key there to keep that?
I think for us, you know, the run game, again, I think we were close last week. I think we were a couple maybe blocks or a couple of little details away, and I thought some of that looked, you know, at least it appeared. We'll see what the tape looks like, but appeared that maybe some of that was cleaned up a little bit better. But there's definitely some plays in there. We had some runners and some defenses that they ran where they had some guys clean off the edge and trailing from the backside, and just some recognition things that we gotta clean up, and we gotta do a better job and make sure they're handled. But I think the group in general, you know, they want to do that stuff. They want to get better. They were trying to improve, and that's all you can ask for as a coach. And then we got to just coach it better and keep working with them.
You said on the 4th and 8th that you know, you got to coach better. In hindsight, and I recognize it's hindsight, what's a better way to call the defense for that particular game?
Yeah, I think, you know, we can second guess all of them. I know if he's going to scramble, I certainly have calls that are good for if he's going to scramble. If he goes back there and throws it vertical with some of the speed that he has, then I'm not going to be happy in some of those situations. We can only put so many guys in so many different areas. You know, they have a very talented offense. They have a lot of weapons that you're trying to defend against. So, you know, I'll take a look at it, and like I said, I got to coach the situation better and just make sure everybody's aware that, you know, if we do this, then these are the weaknesses. If we do this, this is the weaknesses, and these are where they can hurt us, and make sure that we play aware so that it doesn't happen again.
Throughout the first quarter of the season, you guys been really good at getting the ball out. I think 4 more today, all individual efforts. Is that kind of a contagious trait once guys start figuring out how to do it? Is it mixed with running?
I think it's definitely something that, as a player, I think those guys keep talking to each other. They're doing a great job of kind of talking and working through some of the details of that stuff. I think, as the season goes, obviously, then, teams, they do a much better job of taking care of the ball. September, we always know is a little bit, there's some bad football out there in general, but usually as the season goes, a lot of that stuff tightens up.
Last question?
Thank you, guys. Very great. Appreciate it. Thank you.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, had a chance to get points, didn't get points 3 times, so it's tough.
On the one that you lost,
Mm-hmm.
what happened specifically on that play?
I was trying to do too much, probably. Probably should have just thrown it away a little bit earlier. I was trying to buy a little bit of time. They only rushed 3 on the play. 91 was kind of spying, and had us covered up initially. Tried to buy a little bit of time, and just lost the ball moving too much.
I'm Kerryon fumble, just think with fumble, I guess. What was your perspective on the play? It looked like you guys thought maybe the play was dead. What was your perspective?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have a good view of it. I had no idea what was going on, and then all of a sudden their defensive players snagged the ball up and started running. So it was kind of a crazy play, but there were a bunch of them in this game.
What did you say to everybody, when you came out for the next series? That, I don't know if it was you or something, but you obviously didn't give up, but how do you fight against that?
I mean, my point was we scored a touchdown there. The game wasn't going to end. We didn't win the game if we scored a touchdown there. They don't win the game because they score a touchdown. There's a lot of football left. I think there was, 9-10 minutes left in the third quarter, something like that, maybe at that point. There was a lot of football left to play, and they weren't going to give us the game if we punched it in on 2nd and 1 or 3rd and 1, whatever it was. You had to keep playing. It was a tough one. A big point swing in the end of the game, but I was really proud of the way our guys battled, the way we fought back. Lost some guys early in the game, lost Quandre early in the game, and guys kept, guys just filled in and kept playing. It was awesome.
Just to be clear, in your fumble, where you moved it from your left hand to your right, did you see somebody that was open?
Yeah, I thought Marvin Hall had a chance in the back of the end zone, at least a chance to throw it away. But I really probably should have just eaten it for a sack right there. 3rd and goal. Chances of making that play, not so good. Chances of Prater making a chip shot field goal, probably really good. So, obviously disappointed I put the ball on the ground.
I think there's no solace in a loss, but do you feel like you proved anything to people today, just the fact that you hung with the Chiefs?
I don't think we need to prove anything to anybody. We love, the way we practice, the way we work, the way we come out and play. We're a good football team. Lost to another good football team today. There were a bunch of great plays made in this game, a couple bad plays by each team made in this game. That's the way it goes in the NFL. Came down to the last 15 seconds. They were undefeated coming into this game, so were we. Somebody was going to have to lose. Obviously, you want to win them all at home. It was a good opportunity to beat a good team, and we were darn close.
You're a guy that's never made excuses in your career, but can you tell us what you were playing through today in terms of pain level?
No. I was okay. I was out there. I was playing. I played through a lot in my career. Like I say, work a long time, to get opportunities to go out there and play. Don't take any of them for granted. Obviously, it was a big game at home for us. They're all big. And I wanted to be out there for my guys.
It looked like it was bothering you. It looked like you went out pretty stiff at that time.
I mean, that's maybe what you saw. I thought I looked pretty good running.
The run that you had where you actually broke a couple of tackles, your mentality at that point, rather than just going down at the first one. But I mean, it seemed that was kind of emblematic of the determination of this day.
Yeah. I mean, every yard counts out there. I'm not going to do that every time, but broke the one tackle, broke the second one. I was feeling like a football player. Decided to, try and go for 3. Didn't work, but I want those guys on the sideline. I want those guys in the huddle to know, what I'm willing to do to try and help us win a game, and I think they know that, and I think it sparked us a little bit.
What was about the run game today? Some runs. What was going there?
I thought our guys up front did a great job. There were some big holes in there. Kerryon did some great stuff with the football after he got it. I thought all of our backs played pretty well. It was a good day on the ground for us, and I was proud of those guys up front. I know they take a lot of pride in that, and it showed today.
You guys have long preached the mentality of not getting too high, not too low. This crowd was wild today. There was a lot of big, momentum, swinging tough plays. How tough was it to stay, emotionally level? Maybe not just for you, but all your guys, keep them in the huddle?
It wasn't too hard. We got a bunch of pros, man. A bunch of guys that know that every football game is 60 minutes. It's going to take everybody's best effort at all times. that's a great huddle to be in. I love being in that huddle with those guys. They play their asses off, and I appreciate them.
I know how close you've gotten to Hawkinson and just the time that he's been here. To see something like that,
Yep.
how scary or whatever the word is that for you?
Yeah, I mean, you probably ask every guy on every team. Even the Chiefs today. That's a scary thing. Nobody likes to see that. I was happy to see him stand up, move around a little bit, but it's scary. Nobody likes seeing that. And he's a really talented young kid, and just hope he heals as fast as he can and just gets better. That's the name of the game.
When you're in a game that has 5 fumbles in a single quarter, I don't know if you've been in other games like that, but I mean, do you have to does your mentality change about what the day is? Does it suddenly become about just keeping an even keel? Would you say it's going to be one of those days where you don't know what the hell's going to happen?
Yeah, I mean, I think as football players, we're just so trained on the next play. Whether we fumbled or they fumbled or we fumbled again and they fumbled again, whatever it was, we just go to the next play. It's what you have to do. If you sit there and think about, if Kerryon sits there and thinks, oh man, I fumbled that ball on the 1 and runs tentative the rest of the game, we don't get the Kerryon we need. He understands he's got to be, firm with the ball. So do I. And everybody on the team. But it's next play. You got to keep going, and we practice that way every day. We preach it, and we play that way.
Is this related to the one that you suffered last year? This injury, is this related to the back at all? The injury that you're dealing with now?
In some ways, even in defeat, do you feel like you guys played your best football of the year today?
I don't know. We were close, maybe. I think the turnovers down the red zone hurt us. I thought our defense played really well. Got the ball back for us a couple times, and we didn't do much with it, so we got to do a little bit more with it. But it was a good game. I thought we played good. Not great, but we can always be better.
Can you describe that touchdown to Kenny that they go through the 4 players and how big was that hole? Would you say
It was closing quick, but he got in there, ran a great route, and I just trusted it to a spot, and he got there. And that's just playing together and trusting one another. You don't cut that ball loose if I don't trust him that he's going to go make that catch. And he probably doesn't going to run in there with all those bodies in there, knowing that without knowing that I'm going to try and protect him and get it to him. But that was a good play, big play for us.
Last question. What about the arrow for this team moving up, even in the loss? Do you see that the steps and the progress is being made?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're putting a ton of hard work in. I know that. We're working our tail off and doing everything we can to try and win football games. Today we didn't get it done, but there was a lot of good football out there. We just, too many bad plays that hurt us. But yeah, I mean, I like where we're going. We just got to continue to work. Just because won 2 games, tied 1, and got close on another doesn't mean a whole lot. We got to make sure that we're doing everything we can to win those.
Nah, I mean, I really can't tell you the strategy, but it was an all-around effort. Obviously, guys up front understanding that how he's able to make some plays, but with his legs. So we just had to keep him in the pocket, however we did it, and we missed a few opportunities that way. So. Yeah.
Chiefs are obviously a powerful offense, but when you guys lost Quandre, you had Slay out of the game, Quandre, you guys still were able to, keep them in check at least for most of the game. I mean, what does that say about your defense where you guys are right now?
Yeah, a lot of guys working. Obviously, we got guys in the back end that went down, but, guys stepped up. So that's, kind of next man up mentality. Everybody come to practice, ready to work, ready to prepare for each week. And, when your name is called, you got to step up. So
it seems like on every single play, whether it's on defense or special teams, someone's trying to punch that ball loose. I mean, how much of an emphasis is that for you guys?
It's definitely a big emphasis. Like I said, you want to get your offense as many opportunities with the ball as possible. So we pride ourselves on that on special teams and defense. It gets the takeaway.
Go back and look at the film, but he took off up the middle. We were intentional. A series or 2 before, he broke out on the outside to my side, so I was intentional about trying not to let him go. And then, he took off up the middle the next time. So I don't know. We got to look at it. It's on all of us to be able to get him on the ground and try to get off the field right there. And that was the game.
Have you ever been part of a crazy third quarter like that? 5 turnovers between you and the Chiefs.
I can't say I've ever seen that or been a part of it at least.
Yeah, and when you guys, what do you take going into the bye week about this team into 4 games?
I feel like we're a resilient group, and I'm very confident, and I love my teammates. And you know, when you got a group of men who are willing to fight for each other, who are sticking together, and you know, starting to believe in each other, you know, that's brewing something special. But you know, we got to keep getting better. You know, it's first quarter of the season. I try to break the season up into quarters. First quarter of the season. And, you know, we got 2 wins, and we got to do better, you know, in the second quarter. So that's what the focus has to be, and, you know, kind of rejuvenate, get their body healthy this bye week, and get ready to go full press.
It was wild, like you said, but, you know, we have to continue to just build off of that and continue to fight.
And did no one hear a whistle? Did everyone think the play was dead when they ran it back 100 yards?
Well, I'm not 100% sure, honestly. I was actually on the bench getting my coaching from my coach, so I really don't know what happened. All we seen was that, you know, he's running down the field.
What's the message after? I mean, is it a moral victory? They're one of the best teams in the league.
Hats off to them. You know, they're a great team, but like I said, we just got to come back in, get back to work, keep fighting, and don't walk around with our head down. We're a great team.
A win for an athlete is, you know, on the field, but do you guys feel like you proved something today?
Of course, we're a great team. Like I said, no matter who it is, we're gonna be there and we're gonna fight.
You know, the Lions. You know, they're a good team.
How do you balance that, feeling like you're a good team with the fact that you lost, and obviously you don't come away happy?
It was just a hard-fought game, really. You know, they just finished. They finished better than us. You know, but it was a battle throughout the entire game.
And the 2 touchdowns, describe them both. First laser from Stafford on the first one, the second one getting the toe down, I guess.
Just making plays, really. That's all, you know. The first one got called out. You know, I just got to control it all the way. It was a little bobble going on, but I'm just fortunate if I can make those plays, and definitely in a game like this. You know, just got to get better still, though.
You ever been a part of a game like this with so many ups and downs and so many turns?
Yeah. I mean, that's just football. I think, you know, when you play the game of football, you battle through adversity. There was a lot of it today on both sides of the ball. You know, well, both teams really. You know, like I said, they just finished better than we did today.
What'd you make of the way the defense on your side of the ball, the Lions defense played against Patrick Mahomes in that offense?
They played their ass off, man. You know, they really did. I'm proud of those guys over there. You know, I know they want to finish the game, you know, in a different way, but they definitely played their ass off today.
Did you think that first one was a touchdown?
Team even in a loss?
It's 2 people talking.
Oh,
That's
sorry.
it.
You guys feel like you showed something about your team even in a loss?
I mean, yeah. I mean, even though these past games we've had, I think we've showed. You know, we just got to keep, you know, stacking them together. Really, you know, we got to learn from this and get ready.
Like I said, you know, we got a great team. You know, we definitely went out there and we fought to the teeth. You know, we gave our all out, and we just came up short.
You said you feel like you have a great team. Did tonight show you that
Definitely,
in some ways?
Definitely. I feel like we can compete with the best of them, and obviously that just showed. Kansas City is a great team. You know, they're considered the best team in the league, so they say. So, but you know, they have a great squad over there, and I feel like, you know, we fought them teeth in and teeth out. So, like I said, you know, all we can do is just look at the mistakes we made, take the good with the bad, and, you know, move on. We got to prepare for Green Bay.
But when you look at it, and you took the lead with 2:36, you weren't able to stop them. So, what do you take out of this as a defense from this team?
I mean, you just got to make the corrections, you know, and learn from our mistakes. You know, obviously we wasn't in the right cause, we wasn't in the right situation on the last 4th down where we could have stopped them, you know, and a lot of things played in the part on the players, coaches, all of us. So, like I said, no, that's just something we got to learn from, move on, and correct it.
How crazy was that third quarter with 5 turnovers between you and Kansas City?
I mean, you know, that's all it is. You know, I feel like it was a very competitive game. We was all playing our hearts out. You know, Kansas City came ready to play, so did we. And that's just what it was. You know, it was a great football game, battling to the end.
What did you guys do so well against that offense, you know, to hold Mahomes without a touchdown pass?
Honestly, we were just physical on the receivers, and we just didn't let them run. You know, we didn't let them run clean and through. So I said, you know, we did a lot of good things out there, but, you know, we got a lot of things, obviously, that we got to clean up. And so we're just going to learn from it and grow.
You mentioned that 4th down scramble. What happened on that play exactly? How did
I can't really say. All I can say is, you know, I seen the middle open, and he took off. So when I watch the film, I could give you more of a better.
But it always comes back to something, you know. And like I said, you lose points and give up points in one play, it's catastrophic.
I know the NFL is not about moral victories, but is there any silver lining you could take away from this game? You guys held Pat with a pretty good team?
I mean, not really. NFL doesn't do rankings. Nobody cares at the end of the year if you almost beat the best team. There's only one team happy. In order to be that happy one, you got to beat other good teams. So.
But you did get going for the first time this year. The running game got going a little bit. How encouraging?
I mean, that's a good sign. Especially they were keyed in on the passing game, so we had to help 9 out. We had to help our receivers out, and they still managed to make plays, which kudos to them. But it was a very well played game by us. We just didn't come out with a win.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
When you fumbled at the goal line, did you feel that you lost it and they should have?
I mean, I lost it. I just thought I was down. Like you said, I wasn't. It is what it is.
What do you say when your defense was able to hold Mahomes from throwing a touchdown pass and the way you guys played?
Yeah, we gotta take care of our business. I mean, they had like 2 or 3 forced fumbles, multiple stops, and my fumble gave it right back to them. And it's tough. They played their butts off, and I just got to do my part next time as well.